Truth Nigeria. It is been a while since I released a video. I was so busy with work and every other thing. I was traveling at the same time. I was ill for about 2 weeks, but right now I am back and ready to continue like I never left. Today, I want to talk about why Nigerian men go home to get a wife. There's a huge stereotype out there that most of you must have heard of as regards Nigerian men leaving their family abroad, going home to get a wife. And a lot of people have been asking questions, because there are a lot of women who are victims of this. Some of them just all of a sudden find out that their partner has literally flown halfway around the world to go back home to get a wife. And people have been asking questions. Why? Is it that we are not good enough? Is it that I'm not good enough? I mean, this was a guy I was with for years. And today I want to tell us the three reasons based on my opinion, research, and people who I have seen engage in such acts. So, my three reasons I would like to share with you today. So, like I said, these are my personal reasons why I think this happened. These reasons were not formulated, these reasons were constructed from research, seeing people who actually have done this or are still doing it, and hence I want to share with us today. For disclaimer purposes, I don't support anyone abandoning their spouse in favor of getting married to another person back home. I don't support it because some of the reasons I hear are just a little bit cringeworthy, and I always try to speak senses into them to make them understand that that route is not the best way as they may think. Now, what are these reasons that makes our Nigerian men journey all the way back home to get a wife? The first reason I want to point out here is the lack of control at home. The lack of control at home. Very, very important. Now, one thing about Nigerian men is that Nigerian men grew up knowing that the man dictates and says how the house should be run. The man dictates the flow, the pace, the tempo of the house. It is something most Nigerian men see growing up, most especially those who come from a home where you have the father and the mother. They get to understand that the father is the primary head of the house, and his words are law, or his word is law. So anything he says cannot be contested by any person. So most Nigerian men grow up understanding this as part of culture, and they see it as a norm. Now, when they come to the Western society where such views, as it is back home, doesn't stand as it is today, most especially in this generation, some of them get a little bit disturbed about it. They feel like you are contesting the position of headship with them. They feel like you would kind of like raise their child the way they don't want to, and they may lose respect in front of their children. So these things ordinarily is one of the key reasons why most African men go back home to get a wife. When they see that they cannot have control at home, or when they see they've lost control at home, they will look for exits out to some place where they can exert their authority. Now, the second reason is when he feels disrespected. Most Nigerian men feel disrespected when they are being talked back to, harassed, insulted, shouted on, mostly by their spouse or their partner, and this is something that is not traditional in Nigerian culture. It is, of course, you have women who talk back at their husband, but it is not something that the culture uh, endorses. So this is frowned at in the culture, most especially in Nigerian homes. It's difficult to see where a woman is shouting or being disrespectful or cussing at the husband. It's not normal. And in a situation where most Nigerians feel that they are, most Nigerian men, not all, please, feel like they have been disrespected by their significant other, when they feel like they don't have a say anymore in the house because they have a partner who doesn't respect them, who is ready to cuss them out or fight them or disgrace or embarrass them anyway. Some of them take the easy way out by going home to look for a woman who would accord them respect. Now, point number three is not raising his children according to his culture. Most Nigerians are cultural, not all, but most Nigerians are cultural. And this may sound weird to some people, that this could be one of the reasons why they go back home to get a spouse. I have seen Nigerians who tell me that one of the primary reasons they want to go back home to start another family is because they believe the children that are being birthed or born in the Western society would never ever understand the African culture or understand his Nigerian culture. So most of them go back home to give birth to children, and they leave these kids home, and these kids grow up answering their name, retaining the culture that has been practiced by their forefathers and ancestors, as the case may be. So most of them are scared of raising children, and these children or kids are kind of like not in any way understanding their culture. They're displaced from their culture. They take into the Western culture, and this is a huge thing in most Nigerian homes. There are parents who actually encourage their children to come home and start making children because they believe the children that are overseas would never take Nigeria as their home. They would always see Nigeria as some place their father came from, and in most cases, is the truth. So some of them actually go back home to start a family, and this is one of the reasons. So these 3 points are for me very consistent with the people I have been privileged to talk to, interview, or ask questions as regards why they want to go home to get their spouse. They always would tell you that they would look, or they're looking for a woman who would allow them to take control of the home, who would respect them, and they want a situation or an ideal world where they can raise children in Nigeria that understand the family cause and value. That is the culture, and they believe children born in the Western world cannot meet that criteria. So, this is the end for it for me. Please share this video, subscribe, and we'll see again. Home Truth Nigeria. Thank you very much. God bless.